If you want to know how you can manage to continue going car camping all summer without having to deal with the hassle of bugs bothering you every moment that you're out of your vehicle, you're definitely going to want to watch this video because it's all about how to beat those bugs. I'm Heather, and welcome back to my channel, Heather's Hikes and Adventures. If you are new here, I mainly do my hiking and adventuring around the state of Florida and the Southeast, which, I don't want to brag or anything, but we're pretty famous for bugs around here. No, but in all honesty, one of the most frequently asked questions that I personally get asked, since people know that I do most of my camping in Florida, including all summer long, is how I manage to handle dealing with the bugs without going completely insane. Primarily mosquitoes, no-see-ums, biting flies, the whole array of fun that Florida has to offer. So today I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I use to battle bugs. And in all honesty, they're pretty much almost always a non-issue because of these methods. So let's get right into them, shall we? The first one I want to talk about, you guys have seen if you've watched my car camping vlogs before. I use it all the time. It is this mosquito repelling incense. It's made with plant-based essential oils, DEET-free, comes with 50 big sticks. That's what she said. But it is all natural ingredients. It does say to keep away from children and pets, as most things that are bug repellent in nature will say, even all natural products. So make sure that you keep that in mind. I don't camp with pets, so it's pretty much a non-issue for me. But if you have a dog or a cat with you, you're definitely going to want to be more cognizant of that. But I'm reading the ingredients here, and it's citronella oil, cedarwood oil, peppermint oil, rosemary oil, and lemongrass oil. And then it has sawdust as an inert ingredient, I guess, to help maybe bind it all. I don't know. I'm no incense scientist. But kind of along the same vein as that is this citronella candle by Coleman. This one is the one that I always get on Amazon that's on sale, but it's pine scented or pine cracklewick scent, and it's citronella. And again, I'm sure you guys have seen this in a number of my videos. It lasts a really long time. So I'll normally light this, and I don't have it like right near the picnic table when I'm eating or cooking or preparing food or anything like that, but I'll have it kind of in the vicinity. So those are my go-to methods that I use all the time. The next thing I want to talk to you about, I have a confession first. In all the research I've done about battling mosquitoes, especially, and no-see-ums, this is like the #1 recommended product. I've had it forever. Everybody swears by it. And I have yet to use it, but I have it with me. So I'm going to talk about it because, like I said, everybody swears by it. I've never heard one person use it and say that it didn't work. So the one thing to be cognizant of, it's the Thermacell. And these are the little parts I'll explain in a minute. But they come in different sizes that cover different square footage. This is the, I think, patio/porch version. It's supposed to cover like 15 square feet. Now, you don't want to put this in your vehicle or like right next to, food that you're preparing, things like that. Again, because even though it's not as bad as like chemical spray and stuff, it does still use, some chemical particles into the air. But the way that it works is it kind of like builds up a bug force field around you that they can't penetrate. And I think it takes about 15-20 minutes to start working. So they say once you start it up, which you just take one of the little packages that it comes with, slide it in there once you open it, and then it has its own little fuel containers. I know they have rechargeable ones now too, but this is the only one I know about. And then you just install that, twist it to turn it on, and then give it 15 minutes to do its magic and create your little force field around your vehicle. And then voila, no bugs. I do promise I'm going to use this soon, and I will give you my feedback before and after, and I'll show the whole setup. But I didn't want to leave it out because even though I haven't personally used it, like I said, I've heard no negative feedback. So All right, let's move on. As many of you guys know, I have been extremely careful about what kind of chemicals I've been putting on or around me lately. With all of my autoimmune stuff going on, I'm super sensitive. In fact, I got in my parents' pool the other day and my skin started breaking out in a rash just from like normal chlorine levels. So I'm basically a delicate little peach these days. So I'm very cautious about any kind of chemicals. This is the mosquito repellent that I use, and I think it works really well. Of course, it's DEET free. It is pump to instead of aerosol. It's called Herbal Armor, and it's basically soybean, citronella, peppermint, cedarwood, lemongrass, and geranium. So most of the same ingredients as the incense. I think it smells pretty good. I mean, as bug spray goes, it smells good, okay? It's not a miracle worker, but definitely recommend this product. Avon Skin So Soft is another good one. In fact, I have those wipes that have the, I can never pronounce this right. I'll put the word below, but it's paramethrin. Anyways, it's supposed to be good for repelling ticks too. And I have those in the wipe form. So I will, actually, let me go grab those so that you can see what they look like. I'm glad I grabbed them. I was misinforming you guys. The paramethrin or whatever it is that I can't pronounce is a tick repellent, but that's what you can use to treat your clothing in. I personally have opted not to use that because I feel like it's a little harsh for me right now to put on my body in the form of having treated clothing on me like that. I'm just not comfortable with it right now, but it does work very well. So if you're hiking around ticks, definitely want to use that. This was the other product that I was talking about. It's the Avon Skin So Soft, but with the picaridin. Again, I don't know how to say it, but they come, it comes in like a spray and a lotion, but I get these little individual wipies, and I will only use it if the bugs are really bad because I prefer to go without if I can, but these work really well too. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk about, you might think is a little silly, but hear me out. There's been a couple times in my life where I've regretted not having one. One of them was when I went to go see the Firefly event at Congaree National Park, which was amazing. But if anybody has been there, you know they have like the mosquito threatometer thing at the visitor center. And it was like on the extreme, as high as you can get. So for those times where you are going to be outside and cannot avoid bugs, but you don't want to put like bug spray and stuff on your face, bug net, baby. And you have the added bonus of being stylish too. So let me tell you, I saw every single person that I passed almost on the boardwalk at Congaree had one of these on, or like the whole body suits. And I was so jealous. I would have paid any amounts of money I had on me to have them at that moment. So before you laugh, when all else fails, bug net. Okay, now I'm going to talk about my last method, which I know has been featured in a ton of my videos, and that is having screens and netting for your vehicle itself. As you saw in the whole little beginning montage there, and in this clip that I'm getting ready to insert, I use a variety of methods. So this is kind of what it looks like when I'm at camp and I have my screens set up. I cannot swear by these enough, and you do not need a lot of money. Now, there are a lot more options than there were even a couple years ago when I first started using them, but I am still using the same $5 mosquito netting that I got on Amazon in the summer of 2021. And I am still using one of the same window screens from the same time. I did have to replace another one because it disappeared. So I do have a spare set that I can utilize when needed, but they're just the ones that go over your window frame that allow you to roll down your window and still have that kind of air and flow of breeze coming through without bugs being able to come in. The ones I have heard people complain that it doesn't work against no-see-ums and the little smaller ones, but me personally, I have not had an issue with any bugs being able to penetrate the netting. So it does, of course, if you get the double layer of screening, it will restrict your airflow a little more than if you finagle like a single layer of screening on the inside or something, but double the layer, double the protection, am I right? So anyways, I'm going to shut up about that. You guys get the general idea. I will show you in a little bit exactly how I put them on in case you haven't seen that in my other videos, as well as what I do for the sides and the back. But I use the Magic Mesh magnetic screening for the side doors. They are just almost exactly the right width, the standard one that it comes with. You can get it at Walmart. I got mine on Amazon. I think Target might even have them. Anyways, I did start out by fixing them with magnets, but now I have permanent, you can't see them right now, but I'll show you when I do the demonstration, little Velcro circles on each side, and then literally only takes me like 10 seconds to do each side. So again, I'll demonstrate that in a minute if you haven't seen it, but I like the kind of ambiance, the flow, and you still get some good privacy with it on as well. And the bugs do not seem to come through, even though there are gaps. I can kind of close off with magnets if I want to get real anal about it, but for the most part, I just pop them up with the Velcro and then forget them. And then again, for the back hatch, I just use an extra large mosquito netting. I have a couple of strong magnets that I just pop one on each side when I have it open. That way I can open and close the hatch with it on, and I have that lovely protection, and I still get a little bit of privacy too. So, all right, let's see the demonstration real quick in case you haven't seen it before, and then I'll meet back up with you to wrap it up. I store my window screens in the pocket of each door right here. So I'm going to show you this first, even though most of you guys have probably seen it before. Let's just be cohesive. And then as you can see, we just stretch out make sure you get the right size for your specific vehicle. Mine's the extra large one for minivans. Voila. Get a little Vanna going for you. You can see it's just a nice thin layer of netting on each side, and it goes all the way around the frame, which enables you to roll down the windows. And then with that combination of rain guards, even when it's raining, you can roll down the windows at least that much. What I do is I pull from each side my mesh screen, and I give that baby a shake. Sorry about the bad lighting right now. But once I have it laid out, I just match up these Velcro tabbies with the corresponding counterpart up here, just inside my door frame. That way I can actually close the doors with the screens in place if I need to. Done! Of course, you can shake it out. Make sure you have it positioned the way you want. Close up the magnets. And then if you're not happy with the way that it's laying against this and you feel like it needs better coverage, you can always get some magnets to affix to right here, and that way it'll close any existing gaps. But like I said, I've found that this combination seems to do just fine with keeping the bugs out unless they're super, super relentless, and then that's when I'll employ the other methods too. But you can see it gives you pretty good coverage. And all I did was cut the length off the bottom to get it to be a custom fit. When it's time to take it off, as you can see, rips right off. folds right back up and goes right back underneath the seat, out of the way until next time. That leaves us with is the back hatch. So I grab these two little magnetic hooks and come on back. And then with literally one hand, I just reach through, pop that on, holds it right in place. Then I pull the rest of it over. You can see the excess just tucks nicely right on up there. Spread it on out. Make sure you've got your coverage everywhere. And there you have it. That's it. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And just to show that the door goes down, nice and closed. You know, you've got a little bit sticking out there, but that way you already have it in place for the next morning if you need it to be. And when you're ready to take it off, it's as easy as just pulling the magnets off. And again, it's so easy I can do it one-handed and just tuck it right back in its little spot. And we're ready for the next adventure. Let me show you my outdoor living space. I have the Clam Quickset Traveler, which is the 6x6 screen shelter with the weather privacy panels, an aluminum folding camp table, outdoor rug, Coleman camp chair, and just a couple of old sheets. So far, it's doing really well in the wind. There you have it, my friends. Very short, sweet, and to the point. Simple, but functional and effective. Those are my methods and how I manage to continue camping all summer despite how many bugs want to try and not let me be great. I hope you found this method helpful. If I left any methods off that you guys use, make sure you leave them in the comments below for everybody to read, because not only would I like to know about them, but I'm sure everybody watching this would as well. If you did find this helpful, be sure to leave a thumbs up before you leave. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again real soon. Bye, friends.